Hello. Today I'll be talking about the significance of the Holocaust by providing background information about it and how it came to be. I'll finally touch up on how the Holocaust, or something similar, will most likely never occur again. When you think of the Holocaust, probably imagine the persecution of Jews or the cruel punishments inflicted on the Jews by Hitler and his Nazi regime. However, Jewish persecution dates back way longer than the 20th century. In the 14th and 15th centuries, Jews were penalized for crimes or even events that they were not responsible for, especially the Black Death. These events gave Jews a misleading name for creating trouble. Hitler became well associated with anti-Semitism and the Holocaust later in his reign, but initially, Germany was severely punished as the cause of World War I through the terms of the Versailles Treaty. These terms forced Germany to pay reparations for the damage they caused, which took a huge toll on their economy. Hitler wanted to restore Germany back to its glory days in which it was free from economic suffering, and using Jews as scapegoats, he was able to win the hearts of the people. Unfortunately, this meant Jews would be persecuted as a result of Germany's suffering. Compared to any other period or country, Nazi Germany from 1933 to 1944 arguably had the most anti-Semitic ideology in all of Europe or even the entire globe. This deep hatred for Jews came from the influential speeches given by Hitler about the pain and suffering that Jews have caused Germany for all these years. In order to craft the masterclass of the human race, Jews or the impurities of Germany were to be removed as soon as possible. Throughout Hitler's reign, he passed several acts in order to restrict Jews of their freedoms. The Nuremberg laws had a huge impact on Jewish life and their identification, as they were subject to rule by German officers, and they were marked in hopes of being tracked down in catastrophic events to come. Another event, known as Kristallnacht in 1938, led to the burning or the destruction of thousands of Jewish stores and synagogues. This event proved the intense hatred for the Jewish population in Germany, as well as a provided motive for Jews to flee for their lives before situations could get any worse for themselves and their families. Anti-Semitism, in fact, spread to other countries as well. For instance, in a town in northeast Poland, non-Jewish Poles killed approximately 1,600 of their fellow townspeople. This attack suggests Nazis weren't the only political party that were racist or persecuted a certain race due to their beliefs. More surprisingly, Poland was a sanctuary for Jews during Nazi power and contained most of the Jewish population in Europe. For the people to betray their own citizens proves how powerful Nazi influence and racism can become. New technologies such as gas chambers were widely used in concentration camps throughout Germany and Poland. While inhumane, they were more efficient at executing massive groups of Jews and others in an attempt to purify Germany and potentially all of Europe. In a majority of camps, Zyklon B, a deadly gas invented in Germany in 1920, was used in gas chambers and massacred hundreds of Jewish prisoners in only a couple of minutes. Later, the bodies of massacred Jews were put over wheel tables or rotating mechanisms, which transferred the corpses over to an oven-like machine, which cremated the bodies to destroy evidence of German autocracies. By the end of the Holocaust, dozens of camps were burned down to hide the uncovering of the tragedies of the Holocaust. As mentioned in the previous slide, Zyklon B was a widely used chemical during the Holocaust in concentration camps, such as the well-known Auschwitz, where thousands of granules were used to administer quick deaths to the victims. The German slogan, "Work will set you free," presented in the picture, was a common slogan displayed at the entrances of several concentration camps to encourage prisoners, especially Jews, to work hard to be set free in the spirit or even physically. However, the message was very misleading to prisoners since the majority were exterminated regardless. The picture on the left displays a gas chamber in one of the major concentration camps, while the one on the right is a picture of a crematoria where victims were melted to destroy evidence. The Holocaust was a wide subject with endless amounts of debate and discussion, but it's hard to predict that the Holocaust or something similar to the Holocaust will ever reoccur throughout the history of human civilization. It is quite certain that it most likely will never happen in the following centuries or the future as we know it. For example, to take precaution, the majority of countries present day have already adopted laws restricted anti-Semitic beliefs or the hatred toward Jews and racial freedoms. These restrictions make it increasingly difficult for anti-Semitism to prosper, therefore it is almost impossible for the same level of Jewish persecution during the Holocaust to occur. Additionally, Nazi Germany and the perpetrators are far from achieving power in dominant countries. After all, without anyone to carry on Nazi or anti-Semitic beliefs, there's no possibility of global influence. Even if it does surprisingly occur, there will surely be groups that stand up for what's wrong and rebel. Other countries as well as the United Nations have taken on the responsibility of protecting all Jews from harm's way.